In this video, I want to teach you how to fix a dead computer. Hi, I'm Mike Locascio. I teach people how to repair computers and maintain your computers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button so you won't miss any upcoming videos. I want to explain how to fix a dead computer. If your computer was running before and then all of a sudden it stopped working, nothing comes on, you don't get any power, you try different power cords, you still don't get anything, and I want to go through all the steps, which is the steps that I do when I'm troubleshooting a computer that's completely dead and it's not doing anything at all. If you're a computer tech, usually you have extra memory laying around. It's good to save extra memory. Also, it's good to have extra video cards sitting around so you can test against video cards, and also good known power supply units that you know work. So if a computer has bad power supply, you can always change it to see if that is an issue. And there's a CMOS fix also. You can check into the CMOS battery you can take out. Basically, I want to do step by step. So basically, step by step is what I do is obviously open the side if it's a desktop, and then you take out the memory. Make sure you remember where it goes back, which slots, and then you plug in the computer and restart it and see if you're getting any beeps from the motherboard. That's what I like to do. I want to see if the motherboard's responding without memory in it. If you get beeps, then that's a good sign. Then unplug the power cord, put the memory back in, but I would just put one stick in at a time. Put one stick, plug it back in, turn it on, and see if you get anything on the screen. Plug in your video card also. Make sure you have one stick of memory all the way in. And if it starts up, great. You can add shut the power off and add the second memory, and your problem, probably the memory needed to be reseated. If it still doesn't work, you can take out the video card and change it with another video card. Because sometimes video or graphics card will prevent your computer from starting. So you change that out, plug it in, try it again, and if it works, then you know you had a video issue and you're back to normal. If it doesn't work, unplug it, unplug the power supply, and try a well-known good power supply. You can hook it up externally. You don't have to change it and install it or anything. You just put it on the side of the computer. You plug in the power and you hook it up to like a DVD is fine. And make sure you have the video plug pushed down good into the video card. And then try it. Plug in the power cord into your new power supply and turn it on. If your power supply was bad, the computer will start and it will run normally. And then you just have to shut it off and install that power supply. And then you know your problem was the power supply. If it still doesn't work and you tried that, one thing you can do is you could take the CMOS battery out. There's a little coin battery on your motherboard. Unplug the computer, you take that battery out, you just take a small screwdriver. You can maybe do that with your finger, and you just push the little tab in and the battery pops out. And then you keep it out for, I would say, about a good 10-15 minutes. And then you put the battery back in, and then you try the system. Sometimes CMOS batteries go bad, but it's very rare. If you have a battery tester, you can test it, the CMOS battery, or if you have an extra CMOS battery that you know is new, put that in there and try it with that one. So I would do those things. Those are good troubleshooting techniques. Another thing you can do is check the fans and make sure everything is plugged in correctly. That's like, just takes you a couple minutes to do that, but if everything's plugged in correctly, then you're okay. Sometimes something will come loose on the hard drive or something like that, and it just won't work right. And you can also, check all your drives, make sure they're all hooked up, plugged in good, and everything looks okay in there. You don't have a lot of dust build up on the processor. You don't have a lot of dust build up on the fans. If you do, make sure you clean those off before you start it. And out of one of those tips, your computer should be running by now, if those were the issues. And also check and see if any lights are on the motherboard. And that's why I always take the memory out and restart it, to see if I hear any beeps, because that's an indicator that the motherboard is working. So, doesn't mean you're getting enough power to it, but it does. If there's a red light, it means at least it's getting power. And that's another thing you have to look at, and just to make sure that, try the drive, try the power button again, and hopefully by now the computer's up and running. If it's still not running, you could go a little deeper. You could have a processor issue, and if you have another processor laying around that is the same socket as the one you have, you can try the processor. But most of the time it would be fixed by now by swapping out those other parts, and one of those things is probably going to be the culprit. If you're getting power, and it should boot up properly. Just remember, I post new videos about once a week, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and watch the other videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.